Hi everyone, this is Grace of GB Maltese, and today is my last WIP and chat to do during DP April showers. Can you believe it's already April 28th? This month has flown by, and I have this much done on my painting. I have some more done up here at the top. I've been at the school working on grading some papers, so it kind of got me behind, but I am going to be finishing this. And I will show you the completed diamond painting when it is done. And it is from Treasure Studios Art. They do not have this one in stock any longer. I don't know if they are. I ordered this, it's been over a year. And it's beautiful. I'm really enjoying working on this. My husband is thrilled to have the birds in here, and I've got my other bird over here to work on. So I'm turning this in a different direction so I work on things upside down, sideways, and whichever way I need to do it in order to find the colors I need. So I've got my tray here. At the end of this video, I will be doing the drawing for the winner of my giveaway. I showed those prizes in my last WIP and chat for DP April showers, so you can go back and check that. I'm not going to go over those right now. We're just going to relax and kind of chill, and whatever comes out of my mouth comes out. Okay, because that's kind of the way things go for me. I do want to again thank Saban for her part in the giveaways. Again, whoever wins will get to choose whichever one of these cover minders that is their favorite. So if your name is drawn, here again is a look at those cover minders. They are gorgeous. If you have not checked out Cover Minders Saban, and I'll put a link under the video to her Etsy shop, you really need to check her out. She has got some of the most beautiful cover minders I've ever seen, and you can use them for more than just cover minders. I've shown you in other videos different ways that I use them. So take a good look in case your name is drawn. I'll show it probably again at the end. But I wanted to thank Saban again for her part in things that she has donated. She's a lovely, lovely person. Very, very kind. Go check her out. Support her store. I'm all about supporting the small shops. There are people out there that are so talented. And she really is. She's got such a good eye on picking out some beautiful items. And she's also carrying, she was planning on covering storage kits. And she has washi tape. And I don't know what else she may end up having in her shop. She's just getting things, she just had a recent move, so she's getting everything going. And I'm really, really proud of what she's done. I mean, she's doing it all on her own. So you go, Saban. Y'all go check her out if you haven't. She really is a kind person, and she's got some great things in her shop. Anyway, I have not gotten as much done as I've been going and on my diamond painting as I wanted to. I have been going to the school and grading papers at the high school, and I have spent several hours there. I went last week on Wednesday and Thursday, and I finished up what papers that she had at that time. I'm going back again tomorrow because there were a few that were still not turned in as yet. So I will be going back to finish up. I'm hoping tomorrow will be the end of it. I can kind of get going. I mean, I enjoyed. I didn't get to really visit with anyone because I was so busy grading papers. So when you're grading papers, you don't really have much chance to talk. I'm gonna. Well, that's zoomed in a little bit too far, maybe. Okay, I'm kind of in this area. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you can see that a little bit better, what I'm doing. This is a square, so I've had lots of people tell me that they were scared of trying squares, but then once they did try it, they were just amazed that it was much easier than they thought it would be. The main thing I can tell you about when you're working on squares, just take your time. When you start, you will get faster. I do mine with a checkerboard method, and I do have a video out on how I do that. If you're interested. Oh, I forgot to turn my light on, but it remembered to turn itself on. Okay, that's really weird. I had forgot to put my little thing in here. Okay, don't you turn off on me. Let me put my cover back on here so it doesn't turn off, hopefully. There we go. Alright, you know what? I can see better. I can see my painting so much better. Tell you what, these light boards are fabulous. I'll tell you what. It makes diamond painting so much easier. So very much easier. Anyway, I'm almost done with my grading of the papers. And my husband got really excited yesterday. He saw 2 rose-breasted grosbeaks come. Those are a type of bird. They're beautiful. I don't have a picture to show you. They are a beautiful bird. And he also saw, I can't remember if he said he saw painted bunting, but a painted bunting is gorgeous. They migrate through here, and they are different colors. They have blue, orange, not orange, blue, yellow, red, and I can't remember if they have any green on them or not. The colors are so bright and beautiful. It's amazing. Okay. What's happening is my cord keeps wanting to pull out. Stop it. Stop it. This one that I'm using right now has a USB cord, and you know how those can sometimes get kind of wonky. I like my other light better, but this is the one that was in this room, so this is the one I'm just turned it on and using it. But we've had a lot of different birds coming in. My husband, if you've been watching me, you know he is a bird fanatic, I guess you might say. Okay, I need to move this where you can see what I'm doing, because I can see I'm kind of was off screen just a little bit. Alright, here we go. So he has, I think, probably at least 40 pairs of martins, of his purple martins, and they are building nests in their houses that he has put up for them. He's built most of them. So he has been really excited about that. It's kind of neat to watch the birds. They're flying all around. They like to pull some leaves off some of the trees. They really like the leaves in the persimmon trees and the mulberry tree. We have several mulberry trees and persimmon trees. And I guess and what's so funny is they'll pull a leaf off. And another bird will see that bird flying away with a leaf in his mouth, and he chases after him. And instead of going after and pulling his own leaf off, he chases the other one, trying to steal the leaf from him or her. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. There are only, thousands of leaves on those trees. So it's kind of amusing to watch them. I guess they see that and they're like, oh, look at the size of that leaf. That's the one I wanted. I'm going to go after that one. It's kind of funny. Anyway, when I was grading papers last week, there were a couple of papers that if they had been written in hieroglyphics, they would have been much easier to have read. And I am telling the truth. It probably took me 10 to 15 minutes to read their 5 writing samples for each child. Just like, oh, Lord, help me. I can't tell what this says. I took my glasses off and got it up close to my face, and finally kind of understood what it was about. Boy, please write where somebody can read it, especially if someone's going to have to read it. Because that was, I was beginning to almost sweat. I'm never going to get this one finished. And it was cold. I'm sitting in the library grading papers by myself, and it was, that's stressful when you can't read something and you have to. I mean, you have to. You have to do it. These actually are is a state assessment is what it is for the ESL kids. And I have to assess whether what they wrote is English that is on par with other kids in that grade. And most of them are. They write just as well as our native speakers, because a lot of these kids have lived here their whole life. So it's just, they give them these really hard tests to pass. The reading test is very difficult, and that's what usually ends up holding them back. And I'm telling you, if some of those tests I would hate to have to take them. Truly. That's pretty sad, when you don't want to take it yourself. So it's very important that I grade them carefully, because it's going to, that score, the writing score, goes along with their listening, speaking, and their reading score. Listening and speaking, they do that actually. They used to let the teacher say how well they were speaking and listening to me, which makes more sense to me because we're the ones that hear them. But now they make them do it on a computer, and they have headphones with a microphone, and so they listen to something, and I guess they answer questions. I'm not really sure how they're doing it now. And then they have to speak into the microphone. Well, you've got several kids doing this at once, so there is no way that is going to be as an accurate. To me, that's not going to be accurate. When I'd be embarrassed to be speaking out loud when there are other people sitting in there. And you have to do several at one time or you'll never get them all tested. But we used to do everything manually, and now they're wanting to put everything on the computer. And in some ways that's a good thing, but some things, no. Like with the listening and the speaking, when the teachers are the ones who hear these kids every day and who are talking to them, I don't know, I just really don't think that's very fair. Because some kids who are excellent speakers of English, that's all they speak most of the time, and they don't score well. I mean, they may get, you have to score advanced high in order to be taken out of the ESL program. So if this computer doesn't hear you exactly the way that you're saying it, it's going to count down on you. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these kids doing this. So, I don't know. I just don't think it's fair. I would hate to have to be speaking into something and making sure I'm so precise in how I pronounce something, because I might be, kind of talking, mumbling, and or I might have my really strong accent going that day. You just never know. So, I don't know. That's just my feelings on that. I think another human being who sees these kids all the time would be more accurate than a computer that's listening to someone say something. Speak words or sentences. Yeah, just doesn't make sense to me. But that's what they're doing these days. Used to be that the teachers were, able to comment on that part. Not anymore. I'm just waiting for them to figure out a way to grade the writing with computers. That's going to be tough. Anyway, that was just my thoughts, on the way that kids are tested in school. Some of it I don't think is fair. And I'm talking about all kids. Some of those tests are, to me, ridiculous. And I know a lot of people feel that way too. But, hey, these testing companies make a lot of money. And, it wouldn't benefit them for people to do that great, because, you keep them coming back. I hope that's not what the whole thing is about, but, you start wondering. Like we do. And then this weekend, Isaac came by to tell me goodbye. He's heading back, well, he's already back, to his camp, to base in California. And he's gone back and read comments that some of you left on the live video that we did together, and he just thought that was amazing. He really enjoyed it. We didn't ever get a chance to do another video. He was busy doing military duty stuff, whatever they had him going from one place to another doing stuff. So he was busy. But that's a long drive, because we are way over here on the east side of Texas. So what is so funny, half of his drive back is getting through Texas, okay, because he's way over here, and he goes through El Paso. And if you've ever looked at the state of Texas, that's very, very wide section. So it's, I think, exactly half of the trip going through Texas, and then he usually stops and rests, and then he travels on back to, Oceanside, where, close to San Diego. So that is interesting. That he said that's the longest part of the trip. And the whole trip there's not a lot to see. Going through, when you get to a certain part in West Texas, there's not a lot. It's a desert area. Parts of New Mexico is a desert area. Depends on what part you're driving through. Then going through Arizona, you got desert. And then you got parts of California that are desert. So he said it's a boring drive. But he wanted to have his car with him. That's why he didn't fly out. He was here a month, and he needed his vehicle to get from one place to another. So it was hard to tell him goodbye, but he had to get back. he enjoyed his visit with family and friends, and in between his duties he had to do. Still haven't heard back for the MRI on his sister, his little 5-year-old sister that was being treated for a tumor behind her eye that was cancerous. So as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know. That was really sad. Real sad thing. So I hope that you've enjoyed working along with us on our DP April showers. I have seen some really beautiful pictures on Instagram that many of you posted, and some have sent to me via email. Really pretty. There are so many beautiful canvases out there. That's what makes it so hard to decide which one to buy. And those of you who watch my video, I am now a affiliate with Craftably, and I just love the company. I really do. They're very, very kind. And I know some of you were upset that they had to stop their international shipping. They are still shipping to Canada, but they were losing money. And you know, you can't run a business and lose money at the same time, because your business will fall flat. You have to close down, and nobody would get to enjoy them. But they are hoping to as quickly as they can, get back to shipping. They're planning that, I think England would probably be one of the first places that they would start shipping back again, because they sell a lot to some people that are in England and that area, around surrounding areas around England. So just hang on and keep listening, and so we can tell you when they'll be back to shipping internationally. I can't wait. I just hope that they are successful in their business so they can get back to doing that. So if you hadn't checked Craftably out, I did an unboxing the other day, and I have several pre-orders coming. I can't wait to get them. Go check them out. And I do have a code you can use to save yourself 15%. And it's GB Maltese 15. And I do link that down below, so you can find it easily. I link my affiliate link, and then when you check out, you just put GB Maltese 15. If your order is $50 and above, I believe. I don't know, it may work below. I don't know. Mine is always more than that, so I see one, then I see another one, then I just... And if you order a certain amount, you'll get, in the U.S., free shipping for, is it $75? I can't remember for sure. I'd have to go look on the site, because mine, like I said, I have really, I keep going back and looking at those pre-orders, and they're so pretty. I cannot wait to get them to show them to you, and then you can look. I'm hoping they'll have extras so that you'll be able to get them. They do have a few things in stock that you could go check their store out for. Get off there. There we go. So I'm excited. And I know today that Bella Art de Nicole and Lindsay are doing their butterfly. They're going to be having giveaways and things like that. I think it's going to be through June the 20th. And just go listen to Lindsay or Nicole on Bella Art de Nicole. I'll try to remember to link that down below. You want to join in another WIP and chat, or whatever that they're doing, and giveaways that they're going to be doing. And they're doing butterflies. And I had a perfect one from Craftably to use. So I'm so excited. Because that's what I'm going to do. So, I love butterflies. They're just beautiful. Of course, I love birds and flowers. I like nature. Just love nature. Love all my animals. I've got 3 dogs, and boy, they can be like a 3-ring circus sometimes. Especially Bogey. He's my little black Yorkie poo. He thinks he's the boss of everything. He doesn't like to share his mama and daddy too much with the other 2 babies. So we have to work. You know, we've been working with him for years on that. He still doesn't. He doesn't get it. But once I start petting the others, he calms down, and he allows them to be petted. That's pretty bad to have to say. He allows them to be petted, but that's about the truth of the matter. I just tell him, I said, okay, Bogey, you gotta let the others have a chance. Come on now. I tell you what, it has been in the 80s here in Texas. It has been quite warm and muggy. Last Friday, we got 4.5 inches of rain. Like, whoa. We hadn't had rain in a little while. It had been a while. It had been raining all over Texas except right where we're at. Then, all of a sudden, we get 4.5 inches of rain in one day. Yeah, that was really nice. Nice and muddy. If you like mud, you would have loved it. We're kind of on a hill, so it didn't get real muddy around the house. So it wasn't too bad. But other places that are lower, it got muddy. I don't know that it flooded anywhere, though. I never heard of anyone heard that anyone got flooded. It was nothing like when we had Harvey. Oh my gosh. I forget, we got, some places got 20-something inches of rain, and I don't remember how many hours. It was awful. Lots of people flooded out. Lots of damage. That's been, gosh, it has been 2, 3, 4 years. It all starts blending together after a while. That cold snap we had in February, lasting so many days. I think we may be having a few flowers trying to pop back up. We thought we'd lost. You just have to wait and see. A couple of trees. Nope, didn't make it. So, Jerry's already cut down the blood orange tree we had. That had the best oranges on it. Made me sad. But you can't do anything about it. So, it is what it is. And my sister was telling me that she has an avocado tree. And she said they had so many little avocados coming on. Then the freeze hit, and it actually killed the whole tree. So, she said down at the base, there's a little bit of greenery growing up. So, they may be able to have some sprout coming off. But it takes a few years before she'll get the avocados like she had. She loves her avocados. She's a avocado fan. I like avocados, but probably not as like she does. How many of you out there are avocado lovers? They're tasty. Main thing is I never think about get buying them. Because my husband has gotten to where he's the one that has started going shopping at the store. He'll tell me, you come back with so much stuff that we don't need. Well, you eat it, don't you? So he'll go, and I never think about telling him to pick up any avocados. He usually goes and gets the same thing all the time, and that's okay. I do order some things online. I'll go to Walmart.com and order some of the things that he doesn't pick up. You know, he doesn't think about getting toothpaste and shampoo, soap, unless I tell him. I have to remind him. And sometimes I forget. You know, if I go to the store on my own, I think about those things. And he's geared to go, you know, these are the places I need to go. And of course, he never forgets to get his birdseed. That's going to be number 1 on the list. And his suet. And then he buys, we get roasted unsalted peanuts for the birds. That's what they recommend you feed them. So we have a bunch of those, a bunch of jars of those, because the Great Value brand is not quite $2 a jar, a bottle. So it's not too bad. And we probably have about 14 jars of them right now sitting in there, because we certainly can't run out. I just can't believe how many birds love the peanuts. It's unbelievable. Put a few peanuts out and you'll see. Of course, you're going to get squirrels and other things, but certain places he puts them, the squirrels can't get to. And you'd be surprised how many birds love those peanuts. I was amazed. I didn't know that they would do it. I don't remember how he ended up deciding to put some out there, and then the next thing we know, we have tons of birds coming up for that. They love black oil sunflower seeds, white millet, you name it. We've got it. Niger seeds during some parts of the year, because the finches like that in the spring, I believe. I don't know. Some part of it. Jerry knows all about that. And I am trying to get him to do a video with me. I don't know if I'll ever get him to do it. I'd like for him to do a live with me, because I know some of you have questions about birds, or you may have a question to ask him, but he is so shy. Oh my gosh. But if I could get him to talking about birds, he might even forget that he's on camera and just talk it up. You just never know. But we shall see if I can beg him enough. Please, 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 please. People want to see the other half of you know, of Maltese. Of the Maltese family. So, yeah, Jerry's just very shy. But once he gets to know people, oh my gosh, he can talk and talk and talk. Especially if he can get you talking about birds. That's what he talks about pretty much 24/7. I hear about birds in the morning, in the afternoons, in the evening, at night. He's telling me something about what's going on. And I will sit outside with him at times and watch. But sometimes my allergies are so bad, and sitting outside just makes it worse. So I have to go when it's not real high pollen. And it's been a lot of high pollen lately. I mean, we get grass pollen, tree pollen, we get ragweed. It's almost year round there's some kind of pollen out there. It's like, God, give me a break. Okay, I think I'm going to do some of these bees here. It's this right here. And one of these trays is one of the prizes in the giveaway. And so you can put 3 different colors in there. So if you see one that you want to work on, you can go to it. And since it's only 3 I have to keep up with, and I've got the bags over here, I can look and see what color they are. It just is real easy. So I've been enjoying using it. I'll put a link to where I got the tray and to Saban's shop down below for those of you interested, and I'll put a link to my pen I'm using. I've really been enjoying this pen from Fantastic Painters. I got some more coming. I can't wait to show them to you. I got some custom ones done. I'm excited. And, I like to hear the little popping sound. It's caused, someone asked what caused that on this. It's the glue dots I have in here. They are, see, they stick to the drill, and when it lets go, it'll leave a popping sound, depending on how hard I push it. I cannot push it very hard at all, and you won't get any sound. But normally I press harder. It's just the way I do it. And it doesn't matter whether you press hard or light, the glue dots work very easily. I love the micro glue dots, and I have them in my everlasting tip, which goes in this pen perfectly. It goes in almost all the pens I have. If it fits loosely, you just put some tape around the end of the everlasting tip and it'll hold it in place. It just depends on how the drill is, how they make the hole in the end of the pen as to how it's going to fit. So I love my tips. They work great. They seem to hold more of whatever it is you put inside it, and they work fantastic with these glue dots. So I can go for hours diamond painting without worrying about changing anything. In fact, I haven't put anything new in here, I don't think, since the last time I did my WIP and chat, and you can see I've been working on my painting since then. So yeah, they work great. It's what I found that works the best for me. Everybody likes something different, and that's what makes the world go round. Everyone doing their own thing, which is great. And I like when people give me tips that maybe they found, and because other people read your comments. Oh, the comment I made that I had you do for last week, where you had to tell me what your favorite diamond painting pen was and where you bought it, that was fantastic. I was able to find new places that I had not purchased from before, and you know, I have to wait and save up a little money, and I can purchase some. And I do like to put some pins in some of my giveaways. Sometimes you'll know about it, sometimes you won't. Just, you know, surprise! there's an extra pin in here, or whatever. Or just have a giveaway with a special pin. Because some people were telling me, that was another thing I found interesting, some had not have not tried a different kind of pen as yet, because they were kind of afraid to try one. I felt the same way when I first purchased my first different kind of pen. I'm like, am I going to like it? Because I was using the pink pens with a triangular shaped pen grip, and it worked great. But I saw the others, and I needed something to help with hand pain. And so I started trying different ones, And this one has been great for me. Pretty much most of the ones I have used have been fantastic. If they're very heavy, that sometimes causes me a problem. And that's only happened a couple of times. I can't use the real thick acrylic pens. They get a little too heavy for me. Now the hybrid pens are a little bit different because they have both acrylic and wood, so it's lighter weight than just a complete all acrylic pen. But if they're, it depends on how they're fashioned as to how comfortable they are, and sometimes you don't know until you try one. But I have found some really amazing pens, pen turners. There are a bunch of good ones out there. There's getting to be more and more all the time. It's fun to try from different people, you know, finding different things. But one thing I really like about this one, it's lightweight. They are very reasonably priced, and you can get yours done with any kind of picture you want. Just contact them and say, do you have any pink roses, or do you have any bunny rabbits, and if they don't have it, sometimes they'll get it in, but they worked with me. I talked with them on the phone because I've got a really large order coming, and I can't wait to show you all the things I picked out. And I let them choose colors to go along with the cool pictures that I got to go on there. I can't wait. So I hope that you'll watch that one and see all the goodies that I got. It is a very comfortable pen. It is a nice weight. It's not heavy. I like my wooden pens. Wooden pens are lightweight also. Depending on where you buy the wooden pens, they can be very expensive. Depends on the kind of pen you buy as to what you're going to pay. I have bought pens like these are $16, all the way up to in the 40s. And I've seen some that are $50 and $60. It all depends on how much work they put into the pen. And if they, because some of the turners pour their own acrylics, and they put special things in there like flowers, and all of that's going to cost extra. So any extra things that is done, you're going to pay more for it, which they should, because they're doing extra things to it. It would just be like if you went out and purchased a car that was, you know, just had the basic things on it, or if you bought one that just fully loaded. You're going to pay more for extras. I am very impressed with these pens. At $16, I think that's a great price. The way they design it is fantastic. Crystal and her mom, Brenda, do these together, and they love to design different things. So they love to hear from you. And if you've got something special in mind. But any turner, contact them and tell them what you have in mind, and they will many times try to help you out with whatever it is. Your problem may be with your hands or your fingers. But yeah, I had several people tell me also they went to the bigger pens because their hands were hurting, their fingers or whatever. And I had the same problem when I was crocheting, so I had to get, I can't use those just plain crochet hooks. I have to have some kind of a handle on it, or my hand hurts so badly I can't crochet for a few days sometimes. So depends on how badly you want to do something, I guess, as to what you're going to pay. And some people said the pink pens work fine for them. That's great. If you don't have any problem using them, that's fantastic. I did. I was in so much pain. And I was so happy because when I first started, which has been almost 4 years, they didn't have all these different kinds of pens. AliExpress had some different kinds of things. I still have some of those ones that I purchased. I'll have to pull them out someday and show you. I have a huge pen collection, okay, of all different that I've collected over the years. You got to remember, I've been doing this for a while. I didn't just go buy them all at one time. And collecting pens is kind of a hobby. They're pretty. And you think, I'm in a, I've been in a bird mood. So I got my red cardinal here. So, yeah. Depends on your mood. Let me see. How long? Oh my goodness, I've been talking for 46 minutes about nothing. Well, I don't know if it was nothing. I just hope you didn't get too bored. Let me do my giveaway. Let me put this paper down here. These are silicone release sheets. This is not just any kind of paper. If it was, it would stick to my thing here and might not ever come up. So, I've loaded up YouTube comment picker on my phone. So, I've already got the video. Okay, let me pull back a little bit. See if I can get this where you can see it. Okay, I've put that link to my video, and then I put filter duplicate users because I'm only taking, if you've one comment that people put. Now, the next thing I need to do is get my comments. So I'm going to click this, and let's see how many comments I had. All right, I had 111 unique comments. So, let's go down here. Now, just like I told you the last time, please do not put the name of the winner in the comments. Let that person be surprised like you are. If you do put the person's name in your comment, I'll probably delete your comment because it kind of ruins the surprise for the person. I mean, you can put congratulations to the winner or something like that, but please don't put their name. Let them be surprised because that's part of the fun of winning something. All right. The person who wins needs to contact me through email, and here we go. Let's get it started, and it's going through, and where it stops. Okay, it's Eileen Parks. And this is what Eileen had to say. I have 3 non-pink pens, 2 from my Cattered Mystery Kits, and 1 from DAC. Unfortunately, my DAC pen fell on the floor and broke in half. Oh, I always go for the fatter acrylic pen I got from Cat Eared. I prefer the larger pen. Cool. Okay, Eileen, please contact me as soon as you can. gbmaltese86@gmail.com. I'll put my email link below. Please contact me within the next couple of days so that I can get things together to send to you. Remember, you'll get to choose which one of these that you want. Okay? And these are, there may be some other things in the package, but these are all of the things in this box will definitely be coming to you. This tray, candies, these crystals, this bag, and this picker-upper of drills that came from Saban. Just let me know when you text me, email me which one of these beauties you have your eye on. They're beautiful. Just gorgeous. All right. I want to thank all of you who joined us on the DP April Showers. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please comment, subscribe, if you haven't done so before. I'm going to let you go for now. I love you guys. Take care. Bye. God bless.